everyone, how you doing? I hope this finds you well. We are July. How on earth did that happen? But I hope wherever you are, either in the UK or elsewhere, this finds you well, and likewise your families as well. So I wanted to jump on today and talk about something that's really quite close to my heart in terms of tools and techniques that I've used and now that I use with my clients as well. And it's really the power of the good old-fashioned pen and paper. And for me and my story, it talks about, you'll have watched on social media, if you watch me on social media, that I've spoken before about the mental health struggles that my dad went through and that I subsequently went through. But it meant that I grew up in an environment whereby he was always a huge fan of his saying was write it down, right? Like write it down. And then when I trained, and I trained in CBT, and particularly CBT actually rather than hypnotherapy so much, one of the things that was reinforced for me was the power of actually seeing the written word, seeing your thoughts, seeing what's going through your head, or even just sparking ideas down on a page in front of you in order to help make sense of everything that's going on. And by that point then, not only had I grown up with it, I'd been through my own struggles and used a version of it myself. And there I was, kind of in the training room, finding that tutors and things were talking about exactly the same thing. And so today, in my own practice, this gets used for all manner of reasons. But I wanted to share some of the top tips with you on this little video. And so one of them for me, and whether I'm not a big diary, I've never been a diary writer. I really admire anybody who is, but if I'm brutally honest, I don't have that much patience and probably not that much dedication either. So in terms of the way I work and the way I get my clients generally to work with the pen and paper and using that for managing their thoughts and sparking ideas, tends to be on a much more ad hoc basis, tends to be a one sheet of paper kind of a job. I'm all about keep it simple. I like the things that are easy and simple to do. But whether that is whether it is a diary for you, whether it's a one sheet of paper or something in between, there are so many reasons why this is so useful. And my first is always, when you find yourself, you're at that point where your head's just a bit mashed and there's too much happening, it's all becoming a bit difficult to process. Sometimes the power of just seeing it literally in front of you on a page, and to start and kind of make sense of it. My own scribblings always were and still are, actually. I'm a fan of a bullet point. I like just kind of quick and easy. I'm always about quick and easy. But just the power of being able to see some stuff on the page automatically acts like a bit of a sorting device. And even if that can't be a one-time exercise, even if that's something that you've got to go back to several times, then that's completely fine, right? There's nothing wrong with that. So the first one is, it's a really good thing for when your head's a bit jumbled and to just make sense of things again. The other one, and I see it in here kind of such a lot, the people who come in here or my clients online, we were in the privileged position to be able to just let them vent, to say some stuff, to get it out there, some stuff that they might not have shared with anybody else, that they can say in a judgment-free zone, and there's real power in just being able to do that. If you're not in the position to be able to do that, the next best thing is the written word. The next best thing is being able to see it down and to just vent. So maybe similar like you would know to a diary, but actually kind of, like bullet points are still brilliant. It's still getting it out there. What we don't want to do is let this stuff fester, right? And so often I come across clients that might have kept things inside for months, if not years sometimes. And the minute they let some of that stuff go, there is such power in it. And like I say, we're in a privileged position in here or online to be able to do that kind of face to face. But if you don't have that opportunity, then this is the next best thing. It's all about what you're not carrying. Okay, And then the last one that I use a lot is, I've spoken about before. So, so often when I get clients with anxiety and depression and I ask them what it is that they're doing that they still enjoy, and the classic answer that normally comes back is, I've stopped doing all of the stuff I enjoy, and actually I don't even remember what that is anymore. In that instance, we need to start and spark some ideas. We need to kind of, and to just look at the internet or just kind of start with a completely nothing, no idea is really hard. That's also when a pen and paper is brilliant, right? A little spark of something that leads to a little spark of something else, a little spark of something else. And not only is it about being able to see it that leads to other things then, but actually by kind of actually seeing it down, sorting some stuff out, it's there as a memory aid as well, right? Because when we get these genius moments, these genius ideas, we forget, we're human beings and we forget. So there's a real practical purpose to actually kind of putting it down on paper as well as a record. But for whatever your reasons, whether it's to vent, whether it's to sort some mashy stuff up in your head, or whether it's to spark a bit of creativity in order to kind of get some new stuff into your life, I promise you this is so useful. And just like everything else I do, it's simple, it's straightforward. I'm living proof it works, and my clients are living proof that it works as well. If you haven't tried it, and you're sat there thinking, actually, give it a go, let me know how you get on. Or if you've got something else that you use, I would love to hear from you, and let me know how you go. So, sending you lots of love from Cheshire. I will be back here very, very soon. And stay well, everybody. Take care.